Thanks for helping me, son. This my favourite son, Huey Lewis.
Nice to meet you.
He helping me today. All right, very good.
Oh, that's good.
Right, let's have a look and see what goodies we've got. I've had to pop the boot lock out. That was the only way to get it open, unfortunately, so I've got a bit of repairs to do. So it looks like you can still see the cadmium plating on the window regulators. So it's still in pretty good nick, and whoever pulled it apart before labelled it quite well. Stainless trim. One slightly second-hand grille. More stainless. Looks like nearly everything's there too. Looks like windscreen. Seat belts and buckles. I dare say they'll be junk, but we'll go through all them later. Plenum chamber cover or cowl cover. These are all the rubbers going inside around your door frames. I don't know if they're painted or if that's there. Not sure, they might have been painted. I think that goes around the inside of the windscreen, or maybe that's the rear window. Not sure. We'll figure it out. Don't know. Wheel arch trim. Give it a bit of a paint up. These scuff plates. Look at here. All right, so they're your guides for your window runners. Door cards. So this top piece, that's the most important. If they make new door cards, they'll use that one. That's where it kind of clips into the top of the door. There you go, spare coat hanger. breaking into it. What we got in here? Quarter windows. What a legend. Labelled all the bolts and clips, so you know where they go. Armrests.
We might have to do a take two on the bolts and shit because I zoomed in by accident.
Oh, okay, it's all right.
Dickhead, fuck.
It's all right. Still recording?
Yeah.
It's all right. Rear door, window channels, Bailey channels and guides. That's good. I'm glad I got those because I'm sure you can still buy them, rare spares or whatever you have them. They like your little rear sail panel or down the edge towards the window. They're like your little kick panel up the front. What do we got here? Fine Sakis Foods. Never heard of her. Some bolts and spacers. Don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Now let's have a look at the boot floor. So the boot floor isn't bad, just on the outsides, can you see that down in there, Coop? So looking, a bit of weight reduction down there. So the bottoms of the rear quarters I'll have to do inners and outers, and then the dog leg on this side. Come and have a look at this, mate. So down here, and up the top here. But it's not so bad. You can buy those repair panels. That's all right, we can fix that up. Now we'll have a look inside the beast. So the floors, seat's not bolted in. That's your cheap quality car mat, floor mat. Floors are good. I wonder if that's been bumped up. She might have been rallied. Multi-purpose machine. Couple of wheels, tyre. There's a wheel over the other side. And even the floors in there look good. It's a bit dark in there probably. But if you have a look down inside the doors, not 1 ounce of rust. So I'd say she's been garaged all its life, or most of its life. Once it was parked up anyway. Windows, all wrapped up. Fronts, and that looks like the rear screen, all taped up. So it looks like this is the original interior. So all the door cards, the seats, everything's all this colour. Even the steering wheel and the column. So I don't ever remember seeing one like that, but I'm not sure if it's a custom job or what's happened, but it looks pretty good. The colour, I mean, not the state of it, because it looks like a group of rats have chewed everything. A group of rats or a nest of rats? So I'm thinking about rubbing it back, flat clearing it. I might even do the red oxide on this guard and doing the white and then rubbing it back to try and match it up. So you've already seen this one running. It's got another starter motor on it, and there's the air cleaner. Goes in there somewhere. Needs a battery. Yeah, so I want to see what it would take to get it on the road and put it on Club Red Joe as it is. Obviously with, make sure it's roadworthy. Looks like it's going to need control arm bushes, engine mounts. Yeah, a lot. Anyway, and transmission.
Kick her in the guts, Bruno. No, the battery.
What? That
Shit.
was good. So how long was that? That was only probably
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah? I just wanted to show everyone, I got a new torque converter, I got a new Turbo 400 as well. This is going to be for the 1 tonner project. So this is a bolt together converter. So basically, this is supposed to be a 3500 stall, which I probably do need something a little bit bigger, but you can pull it apart and change the stator. So what I'm going to do now, I'll pull it apart and show everyone what it looks like inside. So just for orientation, I'm just going to give it a quick centre punch, just to make sure it always goes back the right way. And I don't know what tension they're going to be, so I'm just going to creep up on it and just see what tension they are already. So that was 30 foot-pounds, I'll go to 35. All right, just started to move, so 35 foot-pounds is a magic number. Just rip this apart. Helps if you get it going the right way. Little fella won't handle it. You have to go big. Pause it there, mate. I've got to go up and get the rattle gun from there.
But Ricky, you said size doesn't matter.
Righto, I went and got Bertha. Big Bertha. Look at that. She makes light work of it. So by the power of editing, we've got all the bolts out and we've split it apart. So you can see that's obviously where your O-ring goes, in the recess there. A new O-ring does come with the converter, but as long as this one's in fine nick, I don't see why we should have to replace it just yet. So you can see where it's been furnace brazed. So all those little joints in there, where they look bronze around there, looks like it's been brazed. And this is the part that we change. That'll change our stall speed. You can just see in there. Just pops back in like so. There you go, not a bad little setup. Everything's been balanced internally and externally. See the balance weights on there. So I'll let you know how it goes once we get the 1 tonner going. Right, just making sure the O-ring's clean, seated in properly. Make sure I've got my marks all lined up again. There's 2 pins there as well, locating dowels. Right, sit down. And now it's just a matter of putting all your bolts back in. No need for Loctite, as long as we tension it up correctly. Going into aluminium, so the threads have all got a little bit of oil on them anyway to lubricate them. And then we'll just put all the bolts in, tension them down. Just like any bolt, you always make sure you start the thread by hand, otherwise that's when you're going to have issues cross-threading, especially in aluminium. So just like any job, when you get to the last hole and you don't know where the last bolt is, don't panic, because it's probably underneath here somewhere. Or that's when your son helps you find it. Thanks, mate. All right. So what I'll do is just nip these down. What I'll do is I'll use the little one. Do a bit of a star pattern. Should be even now. Right, mate.
Good.
Yep.
Wanna feel it. Feel it, rage, power. Rage, money, power. Big, 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 but I'm big, 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 but I'm big, money, power. I'm big, 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 but I'm big, I'm big.
So we're just going to have a look at this little shaft setup, little shaft rocker setup. So the first thing to do is we just tighten this up enough so that we can still manipulate it to where we need it to be to get it straight. So give it a little tap, and then the rocker bolts on with these two bolts, obviously. Now, if you can see down in there's two small holes, so 1/8 or something they'd be. So what happens is we get it set up so it's square. Just got to get these bolts in. And then the idea is once it's right, you drill the holes and the little 1/8 roll pin goes in. Into each of the holes. And then when you tension up your pedestal bolt, there's no way it can move. So if you come down here and have a look, so see how that's a little bit off. Just give that a bit more of a tap. That's too far that way. And that is about perfect. What we'll do, just trying to organise my microphone that's fallen down my inside of my shot. And of course you've got to repeat the process for each one. That looks pretty much spot on. So we just carefully take our bolts out of the rocker and Right. It's kind of like a fine line between too tight and too loose. So I may lose my shit here in a minute. And recording. This is righto. So I'm happy with that, how that's sitting. So I guess the key is get your bolt pretty tight and have the rocker off to the left. So then as you're hitting it around to get it on center, it's actually tightening the bolt. So then when we undo these, everything should still be in the same position. It'd be good if there was like a flat surface that I could scribe a line, like a 90-degree line, to show exactly where it's sat, to make sure it hasn't moved. But I guess before you actually drill your holes, you just make sure it hasn't moved. See how this goes. Yep, looks good. See the holes down in there, can you? Just going to get a drill bit, mate, and sort it out. Pause it. Yeah. Alright, so I've got my drill bit. I'll just put a bit of tape around it. That's the depth that I need. One. Two. So obviously these heads, I'm going to match pour them all anyway. All the valves will be coming out. Everything's going to be cleaned up. So don't worry about any of this material because they're all going to be clean. Yeah, but this is how we do it. I'll just make sure everything's sitting right. Spot on. So once I take that out, I'll clean all the material out and I can knock my roll pins in. Righto, I've got this bridge to try. for the intakes, and it does actually sit lower than the other bridge, but you've got different push rod lengths anyway to get your rocker ratio. I mean, I can say that again properly. You've got different push rod lengths. That's just sitting in there loose. I just want to see if it lines up properly, because if not, I can use the single bridges on all of them. I just want to make sure we got a good, sits on the tip of the valve nicely. Close. Probably needs to come across just a little bit. Looks all right there. I reckon we can make that work. So for your intake valves, I've got a set of those bridges. I think I'll use those, and then the single ones will just be for the exhaust valves. And that's how we do it. I've got to order some roll pins in. I thought I had a kit there. They're probably hiding somewhere. I need to do a clean up in here because there's stuff everywhere. But I'll get some long roll pins, knock them in once I get them all set up. And that's how we set up these shaft rockers. I hope this gives you a good idea of how it all looks. So once they're all lined up, I've drilled the holes. Still waiting on the roll pins to turn up, but yeah, so they're drilled ready to knock in, and then I can tension the bolts up as I need, and they're not going to spin. And obviously a bit of Loctite won't go astray. That's how they look, all lined up perfectly. I end up going with the saddle, individual saddle for each one. So the ones for the intake I put in, they just weren't quite right. And because the holes were already drilled and tapped, there's no real adjustment, you can't move them. Anyway, so that's how it looks. Hopefully I can show you this thing running one day. It seems like I'm spinning the wheels a little bit, but I've got bits coming in all the time, and so wish I was rich and I could afford everything all at once, but this is it, so stick with me, and I'll take you for the journey. Alright, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll have more content out each week. Thanks very much.